Welcome everyone to another explainer from us here at Pure Sprouts Nurture Hub. Today, we're diving into something really important, something a lot of us face without even knowing it. We're talking about inherited trauma. It's all about that emotional weight we carry from our past, and more importantly, how we can finally learn to set it down. Wow. Just take that in for a second. This line, it's really the heart of the whole story we're exploring today. It's about this hidden battle, right? A weight that can totally shape our relationships, our families, and even our futures. And the craziest part is, we often have no idea where it even came from.
So let's meet the person at the center of the story. The author calls her Ummul Awlad, which, it means mother of children. And that name is so perfect because she isn't just one woman. She's really an archetype. She represents so many of us. So many people out there are trying their best to build a loving home, all while battling the ghosts of their own childhood.
All right, so part one. To really get a handle on her struggle, we first need to look at the life she's built for herself. Because from the outside looking in, everything looks, well, pretty much perfect. Okay, so picture this. She's 37, she's got 4 kids, a husband who's genuinely supportive. She's someone who is prayerful, who is actively teaching her children their faith, their deen. I mean, by all outward appearances, she's checking all the boxes, right? She's doing everything right. But that last point, that's the real story. Deep down, she's still that little girl who watched love just fall apart. And because of that, she never really learned how to build a healthy, loving relationship herself. So you gotta ask, right? Where does this pain actually come from? Well, to find the source of these wounds, the ones we inherit, we have to go back. Back to the home she grew up in. A place just filled with this quiet, unspoken tension. And this right here, this was the environment that shaped her entire view of the world. On one hand, you have her father. Yeah, he was devout, but he was also super stern, emotionally just not there. He provided money, he gave commands, but affection, connection, nope. And then on the other side, you have her mother. And she kind of survived her own unhappy marriage by leaning into bitterness and gossip. The lesson she taught her daughter? Love isn't some deep emotional bond. It's a transaction. Just listen to that. Men can never be satisfied. Just collect your own and mind your children. That was the actual advice her mother gave her. Can you imagine the impact of hearing that growing up? It basically teaches you that marriage isn't a partnership. It's not about affection. It's just a survival strategy. It plants this seed of deep, deep cynicism about what love and trust are supposed to be.
And so what's the result? She never saw what healthy conflict resolution even looks like. She never saw an argument get resolved with mercy and understanding. All she ever witnessed was people withdrawing, this suppressed rage bubbling under the surface, this quiet, hidden rebellion. And those were the only tools she was handed to build her own marriage. Not a great toolkit, is it?
Okay, so this brings us right into the present day, and this is where we see how all that past trauma starts to, well, speak. We get to see how those old wounds are tragically replaying in her own home, with her own family. And that leads to this huge question. It's one we should probably all ask ourselves, honestly. How do those lessons, good and bad, from our childhood home show up in the homes we're trying to build today? For Ummul Awlad, the answer is, well, it's pretty painful. So her husband tries to connect with her emotionally. And to her, it feels invasive, awkward. Affection just feels weird. And why is that? Well, remember, she learned that you measure love by provision. Did he pay the bills? Okay, then he loves me. But when he tries to actually connect with her heart, she just freezes up. In her mind, being vulnerable is a weakness. It's just opening the door to get hurt. So she ends up pushing away the very love she secretly, desperately craves. And this is what she said when her husband, from a place of love, suggested they talk to someone to help them connect better. So now I'm the problem. It's just this explosion of defensive anger. See, that's not a rational response. It's a triggered response. It's the voice of that deep, unhealed wound inside her screaming, I am not the problem.
And that's the thing. Trauma speaks even when our mouths are silent. These outbursts, this pushing people away, they're not character flaws. They are symptoms. This is literally the language of trauma. Her old, unhealed wounds have taken the driver's seat, and honestly, she probably doesn't even understand why she's acting this way. So, is this just a hopeless cycle? Is she doomed to repeat this forever? Absolutely not.
And what's really amazing is that our faith gives us such a powerful framework, not just for understanding this pain, but for actually healing from it. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, gave us this beautiful, beautiful standard to live by. The best of you is the best to his family. But it raises a really important question, doesn't it? How can we possibly live up to that standard if we're bleeding from wounds we won't even acknowledge? You see, healing isn't just some modern therapy trend. It's absolutely essential to fulfilling our Islamic duty of being kind and merciful in our own homes.
And look at this verse from the Quran. It is so, so profound. Do not be like those who forgot Allah, so He made them forget themselves. It directly connects remembering Allah with remembering ourselves. The author makes this incredible point that healing starts right here. It starts by turning inward, by acknowledging our wounds, our fears, all those tears we never cried. And that kind of self-awareness, it's not selfish. It's a powerful act of spiritual remembrance.
Okay, so what does this healing actually look like in practice? The piece lays out 4 really clear steps. Step 1, seek help. And let's be clear, therapy isn't weakness, it's a powerful commitment to becoming whole again. Step 2, communicate. You have to learn how to be vulnerable in a safe way without contempt. Step 3 is huge. Apologize. Genuinely acknowledge how your actions have impacted your spouse, your kids. And finally, step 4, you have to unlearn and relearn. You're replacing those old survival tactics with real connection, real love, and true reliance on Allah, what we call tawakkul. And all of this, it leads us to maybe the most empowering part of this entire journey. It's the recognition that our past, it does not have to be our future. We actually have a choice to make. And this is the choice, right here. It's the choice for Ummul Awlad, and it's the choice for every single one of us. On one side, you've got the inherited cycle. Rage, manipulation, trauma, just more of the same. But on the other side, you see the legacy we can choose to build. One defined by these beautiful concepts from the Quran. Rahmah, that's gentle mercy. Mawadza, a deep, real affection. And Sakina, that profound peace and tranquility that only comes from Allah. So listen, if any of this story is resonating with you, please know this. You are not alone. And you are not broken. You absolutely do not have to be a prisoner of your past. You have the power right now to choose a different path for yourself and for your children. And that new legacy, it starts with one courageous step, the choice to heal. And so that's the question we really want to leave you with today. Take a moment, look at your own patterns, your relationships, your home. What story are they telling right now? And more importantly, what legacy will you choose to leave behind? Thank you so much for joining us for this explainer.